Hey folks, this is Dr. K. I just wanted to make this hopefully short video to show you what I'm doing with the test class for assignment 3. This may already be changed in WebCat, I'm not sure, but right now in my code, when I run this test, actually let me close this out and show you when I run it again. Here's assignment 3 navigation test. And, assignment 3 navigation test. And when I actually run this test, I see that there's only one test. And I think it's like a very long test. And I don't like that. I like to have at least, 5 or more tests in a test class. So I've already done that test class. I already have a test class that does this. And I am going to copy it over from my text file. And I'm going to keep this test just for posterity. But I'm going to call my new test Assign3 navigation test. So I'm not going to call it assignment, I'm going to call it assign. And that keeps it consistent with Assign2 inventory tests and Assign1 echo tests anyway. So I think that's a better strategy. So I'm just going to create a new class called Assign3 navigation test. Okay, and there it has created it for me, and somewhere in my text file I have this assignment 3 navigation test mod, and I think that's the one I want to use. Boy, I should have double checked this. Well, it certainly has multiple tests in it. Test east to living room. This looks right. Oh, I see. Yes, I called it mod, but it's actually using game get name. That's the one I expected. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code into my test class here. Just going to replace the whole thing. And one of the things you notice beside this get current room is that it's called assignment 3 navigation test, and I want it to be called, I want it to be consistent with the name as Java classes should be. Oops. So I want this to be Assign3 navigation test. And now Assign3 navigation test, and it is consistent with this name. I'm trying to figure out why this is giving me an error. Let's see. Oh, well, it's giving me an error because I've got all these errors based on get current room, and I showed you this in the last Q&A, but since I need to fix it for my test here, I'm just going to show you again. This is a problem with world. There's no world.getCurrentRoom because I haven't refactored that yet. So I'm just going to go to my source code here and find model world, and you can say there's the public static field current room, but it doesn't have a getter because I haven't encapsulated it yet. So I'm just going to highlight that. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go to refactoring, and I'm going to go all the way down to encapsulate fields, and you can see that refactoring has the field current room has already been set, and selected, and I want a getter for it, and I want a setter for it. Okay, and I want both of these to be public. Okay, it's going to make my field private, but that's fine. I don't mind that as long as I have getters and setters, and it will make sure that everything's updated. So I'm going to go ahead and refactor this. And now when I go back to that test case, I'm hoping that that took care of a lot of problems. Yeah, and it looks like I'm not getting any errors. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this test. Why not? Okay, so run Assign3NavigationTest. I should get like 10. Okay, there's 8 tests pass, 8 tests total. Okay, I like that better. I like when there's a different discrete tests. So that's working out for me. And the next thing I'm going to do here is, let me see if I got my magnet switched on. I'm going to put IntelliJ over here, and I am going to, I'll close down Chrome, I don't need that, and I am going to open up a Finder window, and I'm going to open it to my desktop, and I have a WebCat folder just for nav here, and you can see I've already got Adventure in here. So I'm going to move this to the trash, and I'm going to put that over here. And this is going to be the WebCat submission here, all right? So I just tested this, right? Everything works out. So I'm going to go back to the project icon, little folder icon, which gives you the names of the files here in IntelliJ. And I'm going to copy this entire folder under source main Java. I'm going to copy this entire package, and in Mac I do that by holding down the command key or the option key and just dragging that over to here, and you can see that that did indeed copy that. So that's all my those are all my source files for the project, but that does not include my test file. And for good measure, even though I don't think you need it in this particular WebCat assignment, I'm going to put my test file in there, and my test file is Assign3NavigationTest. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm going to hold down the option key so it copies. I'm just going to drop it right in that folder because I know my test file is right under the Adventure folder. Okay, and then this is all in WebCat Nav, and that's what I'm going to zip. So there's WebCat Nav. I'm going to compress that, and that gives me a WebCat Nav dot zip file, or it should WebCat design WebCat Nav dot zip. Oh, I see. I already had a zip file, WebCat Nav dot zip. So I want to move these to the trash because I don't want it to be called WebCat Nav 2. That bothers me. It makes it harder for me to keep things straight, and believe me, I need to keep things straight. So there's webcatnav.zip. That's what I'm going to submit to WebCat. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and see what happens when I open WebCat. Let's do VT WebCat. All right, I'm going to go home. And where is my project? It should be called something like Swing Adventure Navigation or something. Here's Swing Adventure Echo. Here's Swing Adventure Items. That's assignment 2. And there's Swing Adventure Navigation. And I haven't figured out how to get rid of this course here. This is not our course 83. Our course is, well, you know, you probably see both of these, but the one I want you to submit to is the one with MIT. I don't know why this offering is still there. But that's a configuration problem that I will worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this this webcat folder. I'm going to browse, and on my desktop I'm going to find webcatnav.zip, and you can just call it webcat. That's fine. Webcat.zip will work. I'm going to open that, and then I'm going to upload my submission. This looks like the one I want. I'm going to confirm that. And I might have to wait a little while. And it's complaining about some things, but this is test coverage. Don't worry about this. I don't know how to get rid of that, but correctness testing 10 out of 10, final score 10 out of 10. That's what you have to worry about. That's the main thing. So this is a perfect score. Okay. There was another thing I thought I would have to fix, but I guess I don't have to fix it. Okay. So this seems to be working. If you have any questions or if there were any problems, doing this, I'm just ask on Piazza. All right. Thank you. We'll see you at the Q&A.